In 1950, the Truman administration officially adopted a document called NSC 68 declaring that the United States would not wage preventive nuclear war against the Soviet Union. Once a firm national policy decision is made and signed by the President, one might expect those in authority to line up behind it. But people often disagree with policies and fight against them. There is also a tradition in the military to act decisively because doing so maximizes the chance of victory. Many believe that if you believe war is likely over time, then the best strategy is to launch a preventive strike while your side has the upper hand. This proclivity for preventive war was still at play in some American leaders, despite Truman's decision. Later that year, the New York Times reported comments made by Commandant of the Air Force War College, General Orville Anderson, urging preventive war against the Soviet Union, this despite official U.S. policy. General Anderson told the Times, "Give me the order to do it, and I can break up Russia's 5 A-bomb nests in a week." He added, "And when I went up to Christ, I think I could explain to him that I had just saved civilization." Orville Anderson was fired for saying this, but the issue refused to go away. Indeed, after Truman left office during the Eisenhower administration, another series of debates took place on the merits of preventive nuclear war against the Soviets. In 1954, Air Force Chief of Staff General Nathaniel Twining told his fellow Joint Chiefs, "We must recognize the time of decision, or we will continue blindly down a suicidal path and arrive at a situation in which we will have entrusted our survival to the whims of a small group of proven barbarians. If we believe it unsafe, unwise, or immoral to gamble that the enemy will tolerate our existence under this circumstance, we must be militarily prepared to support such decisions as might involve general war." In Twining's words, one might discern a certain religious fervor, the same as in Anderson's and others. Fortunately, Eisenhower, a former 5-star general and a war hero, was able to push back, saying in essence, absolutely not. As many as 60 million people would have died had we launched a nuclear attack on what was then the Soviet Union, so it was particularly ironic to call them proven barbarians. Not only would that attack have left Western Europe vulnerable to conquest by the Red Army, but it also begs two questions. Who was going to sweep up the ruins of the Soviet Union? And what kind of world would we have created?